Good morning, YouTube. Today we'll be doing the vanos solenoids on this 2011 BMW 535i, and it's popping up a code of PO52B, and it could be several things. It points out to the cam shaft position sensor, crankshaft, and the vanos. But I'm gonna go ahead and start with the vanos, which they're located up here in the front, and you've got your intake and exhaust. The intake's the top one and the exhaust is the bottom one. We're gonna take them out, clean them, swap them out. That's what they recommend first, to clean them and swap them out and see if that works. It'll work. I think that'll be a temporary fix, and then we can order new ones. They're fairly expensive, anywhere from 150 to 200 and over for the OEM. You don't want to get any cheap ones because they won't work right. And we'll get started. Let me get some light in there and see if you can see where I was pointing to. There you go. Those will be the vanos there. And the way you unplug them is you're gonna push on this tab, push down on it, see how it goes, and then you'll pull down on the connection. See, it popped out real quick. And this is what the tab looks like. That's the connection. All we did was press on this, and you see the two little clips on the side. When you press on it, it opens it up so you can take it out. When you put it back in, I think it'll just snap in. You might have to push on this to snap it back in. I don't know, I've never done them, so we'll find out. But that's all you do, push this in and out. Okay, and it's a good idea to take this cover off. I almost forgot. That'll give you a little bit more room. And they're held on there by a 10mm bolt. If you can see right there's the 10 for the top one, and there's the 10mm for the bottom one. So let me grab my tools. Okay, this is the best I could do with the lighting, but here's that 10mm for the top vano, and then here's the 10mm for the bottom vano. And sometimes when you squeeze that tab that I was showing you, you might need to use a screwdriver to kind of push it out, but these came out, so far the top one came out easy. We'll see how that bottom one comes out. Do a little adjustment on this camera here, so y'all won't miss out on anything. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use a swivel, a wobble, and get that 10mm out. And make sure you don't mix up the connections when you do this. Let's see how hard this guy is to come out. Kind of wiggle it. You don't want to break nothing. Let me grab a screwdriver and see if I can get her to wiggle a little more. Okay, I finally got it. All I was doing was moving this back and forth, back and forth. And then I took this hook, hooked it on the back, and twisted it like that. And there we go. We got the exhaust one out. You can't say we got it out yet, right? Till it's completely out. And you're gonna spill a little bit of oil, so you might want to get a rag. And don't lose that gasket that goes around that lip. That's what it looks like. That's how it goes. I'm sorry, I'm zoomed in, so it's kind of hard to see. Okay, let's work on the other one. Boy, they do look kind of, ooh, they don't look good at all. Look at all that crap on there. Bet you that's what it is. Okay, let's try to get that other one out. Hopefully this one will be a lot easier. Let's try the rotating again. These bad boys are stuck on there good. Obviously these haven't been changed, I guess, so maybe that is my issue. Let me turn off the camera again and fight this. Okay, finally got it. This is how I did it again with my fabricated tool. I just reached on the back and yanked on it, and there it goes. It came out. Boy, these are on there tight. Mine are. Maybe yours aren't, but my sure as heck are. Look at that. That doesn't look good. I bet you that's my issue. Look at all that. Oh man. I'd probably about to be more serious than you guys. See if there's a direction these go in. I don't know. I'm just gonna look at them, and if you see any markings on it, go ahead and just stick it the way it went. So I'm just gonna lay this here. The bottom one goes towards the connection. Wow. All right, let me try to show y'all something here. I don't know how good you'll be able to see, but when you take the vanos out, I don't know if it'll work. It'll do it on your vehicle, but the O-ring stays in there. See, don't forget, there's an O-ring in there. It stayed on both of them on mine. Let me pull it out. This is what it is right here. Okay, I'm gonna wipe that down, and then on the vano itself, you got this like a collar that stays in there too sometimes, or it'll stay on the vano itself, solenoid. The only marking I noticed on this, there's a little indentation here, and I think it says number 4. So I'm just gonna put it the way it came out. This side doesn't have nothing, maybe a little dot right there, or 2 dots maybe. But this one has that little number right here. So when I put it back in, do this, and don't forget your O-ring. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and use this masked airflow sensor cleaner. It's just, you can use, I guess, brake clean. I don't know what else y'all can use, but I'm gonna go with this because these mass flow sensors are, you know, real sensitive, so I figured this will work for that. Okay, let me zoom in here. Now I've got a little setup here. I took a 9-volt little battery, and I can't see where I'm at in the camera here. And I hooked up with alligator clips, which will make this open up and close. Just make sure you've got it connected right. See, can you hear it? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray the heck out of it with this, clean it off, go in there. Look at all that crud. And I'm probably gonna have to get some new ones, because these do look pretty bad. I mean, it's kind of scary. Okay, let me make sure these aren't hitting together, and activate it. When your hands get all dirty and wet, it's kind of hard to get these clips with your wet, slippery fingers. I don't even know if the camera's showing this. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. I'm gonna set it down, and as I hit it, I'm gonna be spraying it. That way I can get all in there and stuff. And I'll do the other one the same way. And try to make sure you don't get no dirt inside those vanos when you clean them. Just clean them out real good. Let them dry completely. I took a Q-tip and I went around the edge of that where the O-ring sits. I don't want anything keeping it from getting a good seal. Do the top one too. See, there's a little dust on there, a little dirt. Take some Q-tips. That worked awesome. Just do it on there real good. So you get all that crap out of there. And I'm gonna do an oil change. That's also another thing that causes these to plug up. And I had a lot of shavings on mine, so that kind of scares me. But I've been doing what BMW wants. I think it's like every 6 months oil change, but I'm gonna start doing it more, you know, than the once every 6 months. That kind of scared me, so I'm gonna go ahead and put those on. Then I'm gonna do a complete oil change on it just to be on the safe side. Okay, we're ready to put it together. Again, take that sleeve, whatever it's called. I'm trying to find that marking. There it goes. Slip that in. And I slightly coated this O-ring with oil. Okay, try not to bump it nowhere and get oil on the tip. And again, I swapped it out. This was on the intake, now it's on the exhaust. And try to turn it where the screw is facing where it's supposed to be. And we can always rotate it once we get it in there. Okay, there we go. Line it up. Push it in there. Take your 10mm bolt. Start threading it in there. And yours might be hard to get to. I took off this cover that goes right here, but I didn't need to take it off, but I wanted y'all to see exactly what's going on, so I took it off so y'all could get a better view. Okay, let me get the other sensor. Okay, take the collar, slip it in there, lightly coated gasket. Okay, now we're going in gently. Easy does it. Easy, easy. Come on, don't tell me you don't want to go in. Tell me you want to be back on the exhaust. You're going to be a picky one. Okay, that one almost lined up automatically. Good boy, I like that. Okay, start working the 10mm screw. And the reason I put it on the vanos itself before I started that O-ring is because I was going to try to put the O-ring in there first and I almost dropped it. It scared the hell out of me. Think, wow, what would I have done if it fell in there? Take the motor apart? I don't know about that, but I would probably have to. Okay. Just get it snug, guys. Don't go too crazy. Okay, now remember this was the bottom plug. Now let's see if we need to squeeze those that clip on top to get it in there. Maybe it'll just slide in. You know what? Let me clean this one. I hadn't cleaned this one. This other one I cleaned up, so this one's ready to go. Okay. Yeah, you just push it in and it went in. Let me clean that other clip real quick. There's our vine connector. I cleaned it off, so let's see now what happens. Let's put this bad boy in here. I know my hand's in the way, but once I get ready to clip it, I'll get my big, ugly, nasty hands out of the way. There we go. Now we're just gonna push it in. Snap, crackle, pop. We're in. All right, YouTubers, I already changed the oil and I put the vanos back on, and let's see what happens. Like I told you, I barely made it home. It was running 20 miles per hour, and I got home, I shut it off, and it wouldn't start again. It would just turn over and turn over. So let's see if it starts now. Awesome, great. So it did make a difference. The car started, no problem. No check engine light is on. I need some fuel. It may not work on your car, but it's worth a try. I mean, it didn't cost me about $8 to get a can of that cleaner, and it worked. It's running. We'll see how long this lasts. I may eventually have to probably buy new vanos because it did scare me how dirty those looked. They were real dirty, so that's why I went ahead and changed the oil. So I wouldn't get all that crap back in there. And I do need gas. Well, YouTubers, that worked for me, cleaning the vanos and doing that oil change. I don't know if it'll work for you. Hopefully it will. But now it starts, and I admit at first it did run rough, and I drove it a few miles. I just came back from getting some food, and it's running good, real good. It's smoothed out, and no check engine light is on, and it's running good. So again, gentlemen, thank you so much for watching, and good luck. Like always, I appreciate you.